This is Sahar. She's a mother of two and an artist who tells stories through her paintings. Inspired by Iranian culture, each of her artworks carries a unique story, and now I'm here to tell you those stories. Hi, I'm her paintbrush. Crazy, right? Today, our story begins with something many people should simply call a pole. But in Iran, this was never just a pole. It was a Howz, the heart of the home, the coolest spot in the courtyard. Literally, oh my god. On hot summer days, families gathered around it because the water helped cool the air long before anyone had air conditioning. Pretty impressive for something built hundreds of years ago. You know, it's like my grandpa or grandma sitting there and having water. Oh my god, I'm imagining something wrong. Anyway, starting by painting the background. Since the light is coming from the right side, make that area brighter. You can use an ochre tone or mix titanium white with cadmium yellow, adding a little bit of brown or a touch of black to balance it. The right side should have more yellow and white because it receives the light, while the left side should contain more brown tones. The brown color we use here is called burnt umber. Yeah, don't look at me like that. But that is only the beginning. Fresh fruit was washed here before family meals. Kids couldn't resist dipping their hands in the water, even after being told, don't touch it. I seriously mean it, don't touch it. She continues painting the background using the same color palette we discussed earlier. The key detail is that they use more yellow and white in the brighter areas to create highlights, while in the darker areas they use more burnt umber to build depth and richer shadows. Oh, you're going to drink your tea, huh? Or coffee? You don't think I may like one? You know, maybe I want to drink too. I want coffee or tea. You know what I mean? Why I look different? Anyway, now she's finishing the background, darkening the deeper areas with burnt umber. One of the really interesting techniques she's using is a simple paper towel to create a highlight. She gently takes a paper towel and lifts some of the wet paints, especially on the right side, revealing soft glowing patches of light. This creates a beautiful halo effect, and that's how she finishes the background. Hold on. Where is our reference model? This image was actually generated with AI. Yup, Sahar has her own creative ideation team, so the references she paints from are completely unique. And even her paintbrush characters are one of a kind. Alright, I was telling you about the Howz. During Nowruz, the Persian New Year, we call it Nowruz, the courtyard felt completely different. Everything was cleaned, everything looked fresh. The sound of water made the whole house feel alive again. On warm evenings, families sat beside it with tea, fruits, laughter, and long conversations that somehow lasted for hours. Now, watch the blue begin to appear. This is my favorite part. We need to mix two different shades of blue. One is for the Howz itself, the beautiful blue tiles, and the other is for the water inside the Howz. Let's start with the color of the tiles. To create that iconic Persian blue, we're going to mix phthalo blue, titanium white, and just a touch of cadmium yellow. This combination gives us the classic Iranian blue that's so closely associated with traditional Howz tiles. But one question, why did it become one of the most iconic colors in Iran? Persian blue represents peace, spirituality, and the infinite beauty of the sky and water. That's why for centuries it has been used on the domes of mosques, intricate tile work, tradition courtyards, and the iconic Howz at the heart of Persian homes. More than just a color, it reflects the Persian desire to bring the calmness of nature into architecture and everyday life. Now, let's move on to painting the fish. To mix the base color, Sahar combines cadmium yellow, cadmium red, a little titanium white, and a touch of burnt umber. She adjusts the mixture depending on the areas she's working on. For the lighter parts of the fish, she adds more cadmium yellow and titanium white. For the darker areas, she mixes in more burnt umber to create richer shadows and depth.
You bring me down for all to see, then switch it up and treat me right. You promise sun, but you bring rain. I still love what you do to me.
You know this video has part 2? Wait for part 2. Wait for part 2. See you in the next part. Why I look so different?